GNT Sports back at you. Look, I would love to say we have a gigantic team to go ahead and be on here with y'all. Not today. I just got my man Tone with me. That's it. That's all. You
Hey
know what?
man, hey man. Sometimes that's all you need, man. As long as you got somebody to talk to, man. That's all you may need today, man. Tonight,
Man,
man. Let's go.
you
Let's go.
all I got. You all I need,
Yeah,
man. You all I
CMB,
need.
you all I got, man. We're brothers. We're happy and we're singing and we're colored. Give me a high five.
All right. This is going to be the Tone and Larry show. Right now, we have Joel that's out there with the family. We have Kev that's actually getting well, getting better. So those are the rest of the team that's not here, but that's all right. You got me and Tone with you tonight. So, you're in good shape. You're in good hands.
Yeah,
No
good.
worry
Yeah,
about it.
like
We're going
yeah,
to hold down the
like
fort.
Allstate, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So, look, without further ado, it's time for me to go ahead and just throw something right at Tone. It's time for his one and only facts.
Yo. What's going on, GNT Sports World, man? Thank y'all for tuning in for another one. Like he said, man, we give shouts out to the rest of the team, man. Get better, Kev and
Yeah.
Joel out there with the famo, man. You know what I mean? Y'all be safe. You know what I mean? Like you said, every week, you know what I mean, I come with my tones, matter of facts. Sometimes it can be crazy, you know what I mean? Sometimes it can be something that like blow your mind, like wow, you know what I mean? Tonight is gonna be along the lines of, just in the middle, as far as like just giving you some things that I obviously I never heard of and is very dope. So and these are facts, but more of like did you knows. So my first did you know in 1919, Cleveland Indians pitcher Ray Caldwell was struck by lightning in the middle of the ninth inning. But guess what? He kept playing.
What?
Yo, like I mean, what is I think Mortal Kombat the character was Raiden. Like
Yeah.
was he Raiden? Like yeah. Like I mean, I want to see the footage, man. Like where did he get struck at? Like what did it do to him? And then my man said, "No, I'm cool. I'm cool, coach. Nah, coach, call the paramedics off. No, I'm cool. Yeah, I'm cool. I'm cool. I'm like, yo, he just had the jitters, like,
He said,
yeah. What if that happened while he was at the bat? Like he about to hit the game when he just rebooted. Like, yo, man. I was like, no way, man. Like, I don't know, man. You know what? I think I do need to start verifying some of my facts, man. I don't know. Somebody could have just wrote this. Come on, man. This boy got struck by lightning and kept playing, yo.
I can't play. Look, we give homage to Ronnie Lott, saying no, the story gets bigger. He bit off his finger and picked it up and went back into the game. Yeah, Ronnie, you might bit off your finger, but did you get struck by lightning?
Yeah, right.
The
And
guy
went
never
out
tell
there
you
and
to
laid
chill,
somebody
and
out.
you just said no.
Yo, and look, and we call out of work for a headache.
Yo, real quick.
And my man got struck by lightning. And back in 1919, what he's playing for? 25,000 maybe? Like, I mean, what was they playing for back then?
Beer and a pizza, maybe a hot dog.
Right. And a steak and one of them models, somebody.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? They ain't getting nothing crazy, man.
The love of the game, I guess. The love of the game. That's crazy.
It was different back then.
Yeah, you ain't lying.
Now, did you know that the G on a Green Bay Packers helmet stands for greatness and not Green Bay? Do you know that?
No, no.
Me, me.
It
I said,
stands for
okay.
greatness.
It's and I would have to assume no, because they was even that before. Like they had that on their helmet before. Like while with Vince Lombardi and all that, right?
I
They
think,
always
yeah,
had the G on their helmets, right?
yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, yeah. So maybe they knew they were destined for greatness. I don't know, but they said that's what the G. I mean, because you think about it, yeah, we obviously thought it stood for Green Bay, but shouldn't it be GB? Because
Yeah,
because because
yeah.
Green Bay's not one word. You know what I'm saying? It is two words, so it should be two initials. In a sense. So
No, I never knew that. It's funny because it's one of those things like I never thought about what the G stood for. I never
right,
cared.
right,
That
right,
makes any
right.
sense.
Because of the name of their team. Now, obviously, if they was obviously just they was in a different city and you know what I mean, and it's a different like what's the G for like, but because it's in that city and obviously that's what we just thought. I've never heard anybody ever talk about it.
No,
Mention the G or what it stood for, but greatness, man.
you know what? That's great. That's crazy. That's actually a question I want to ask my dad and see if he even knows. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
The
yeah,
old,
yeah.
the
Right,
old
right. The old
school.
timers, right, right,
Yeah,
right.
exactly. The old school football fans. Did y'all know what that G stands for? I guarantee you, nobody that's under the age of like 30 knows what that G stands for.
I would even take it to 40.
Yeah, yeah.
Under 40,
No, that's
man,
a good
because
one.
I was like, wow. I was like, I never like you just said, you just assumed that G see without a question. You know what I'm saying? Just
Right.
seeing the name, knowing the name of that team without question, you would think that G stood for Green Bay.
Because look,
Plain
it's every helmet in the NFL makes sense. I'm trying to think
right.
of another one that no that don't make sense. Like everyone in the NFL helmet
Right, they
wise
even
all
have a
makes sense.
logo or the initial of their team. Yeah, the logo
Right.
or the mascot or you know what I mean. Yeah, yeah, that's
Well, I'm
that's 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 different.
I'm happy they won some. Can you imagine that name was greatness and they
I know,
sucked
I know.
the whole like yo, imagine that was like the Vikings that never won a Super Bowl in
Oh
their life,
man,
and that name is greatness. Posted on the side of their joint.
nah. Yeah, to change that joint to geniuses, like like in a you know what I'm saying, a condescending way.
Yeah,
Not
exactly. Oh, genius.
not not, not in a good way. The G wouldn't stand for good either.
Yeah, not at all.
All right,
Change,
this is
change it to
last
terrible.
last last
Yeah,
one. Last
give me.
one. Did you know that Wilma Rudolph, who set the world record in 1960 for the 100, 200, and 4 by 100-meter relay, had polio, scarlet fever, and pneumonia as a child, leading doctors to believe that she would never walk again. But did you just hear what I just ran down? What she did in 1960? Into for what she had polio, scarlet fever, and pneumonia as a child. And doctor said, "Oh, this baby never gonna walk again."
Never gonna walk. Probably
So
never. Probably wasn't going to live.
yeah, yeah, right, right. Let alone walk.
Yeah.
But Wilma Rudolph went out there and set world records. So again, we call out for headaches.
Yeah.
People getting struck by lightning still playing, and people got illnesses as children, told they will never walk again, setting world records. What are we doing here, people?
Exactly. And we want to cry about, like you said, a headache, and we want to cry about, our tummies hurt, and
Right,
or my feelings hurt. And these
right.
people, like life and death situations, they making it through. But you know what? It's going to show that it doesn't matter what someone says to you or how they say it or why they say it to you. If you're going to do it, just go ahead and do it. Don't worry about what somebody has to say about it. Just do it.
Right.
Look, I'm actually living witness to it. My doctor, when I was born, for whatever reason, I guess I had like a heart murmur or something. I had something that was weird,
Mm-hmm.
and the doctor told my mom that I wouldn't live past 5.
Wow.
Yeah, so 40 years later, after that diagnosis of 5, I'm now 45. I'm still here.
Right.
So,
Right.
like,
Right.
no, what God has for me is for me, and
Right.
that's I'm not gonna let nobody tell me otherwise. That's what it is. Now, apparently, that's exactly what she did, and God struck by lightning. God, oh, goodness gracious, you got that, bro.
Right.
You
Right.
got that.
Right.
Put me up, coach.
Right. Right. He
Put
said
me up, coach.
Ben Franklin ain't got nothing on me.
Screw a key.
Yeah, I mean,
There you
but
go.
wow.
There you go. Well, that's Tone Facts. But yo, Tone, I got a fact for you, bro.
All right.
Well, actually, I got a question for you. How do you think it would feel to lose or just get rid of $85 million?
I know how it feels to just lose $85. You know what I'm saying? So, so we putting some M's on top of that. All right. I obviously we can't just throw it away. You know what I'm saying? Like you just can't just here you go, you know, investing in something and then to get rid of it within less than a year. And
People,
and then knowing that you're going to lose 85 million out of it, I don't know how I could do that.
okay, so people, so just in case y'all don't know what's going on, what we're talking about, I'll show you. Russell Wilson, aka Let's Ride.
Yo, somebody said, "Let's ride the bench." Yo, man. Yo, that slogan for him is about to rip him apart right now. It's gonna backfire so bad right now. Yo, did you see the meme? Did you see the meme with what it was like? It said fans in Denver, when they heard, or fans in Seattle when they heard Russell got cut, but his future laughing. And then he says, sensational. Yo, man, Russell Wilson. I hope he don't have social media. I hope he's not looking at none of this stuff, man. Because keep him away from all pistols, man. This is going to do something to him, man. Something terrible.
Oh, God. Okay, so for the ones that don't know, in case you're not reading it, they're expected, the Broncos are expected to cut Mr. Russell Wilson at the end of the season. Now, we're talking in 2 more weeks. Oh, I'm sorry, you can't see my 2. You're talking in 2 more weeks, he's going to be cut from the organization. Now, I thought Sean Payton was supposed to be the quarterback whisperer. I thought he was supposed to be the unlocking of Russell Wilson in that situation.
Yo, you know what somebody said? I seen somebody post that said, I never seen him talk to Drew Brees like that. Ever.
The way that he like snap out at the ball.
I felt I kind of felt bad for him. Like to a sense was like no way that like listen, we on TV, I'm a grown man. Like the way you I mean, listen, I know we had differences, you being my head coach, you know what I'm saying? Maybe from but like the way he would be yelling at him, it looked like it was more than football. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
related. That looked personal. You know what I mean? Like he really didn't like that guy for whatever reason. I mean, maybe they didn't get along, but I don't know. The way, like I said, the way it looked to me, it looked personal, and I would have took it as it'd have been the first time in NFL history you'd have seen a player fight their coach on the sidelines. Because I would have slid ball. Like, who is you talking to, man?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
and then I mean, at this point in Russell's career, it's over. So I just like, all right, well, whatever. If I get banned from football, I done did my thing already. I might not get in the Hall of Fame, but here you go, Sean Payton. Um, like I don't know, man. Like that's crazy. Like I have to say that relationship they had. I thought it would work. You know what I mean? I thought he would rejuvenize Russell's career, man. You know what I mean? Because he did it to Drew Brees and have a shoulder. He can't. They said he can't even throw right now. I think something like that.
Yeah.
But I thought he was gonna help him out, man. But clearly not. Clearly
No.
not, man. I'm not sure if it's really if he really suffers from like losing his life coach or something like that. He a mentor of his
Oh.
like last year, Russ.
Hmm.
And like I like the way they explained it is like dude was really really big in his corner and helped Russ get through a lot of personal things, help him overcome some things. They said he's not so much a weirdo, but like he's just to himself a lot.
Hmm.
So I think Boy helped him, along the way like that. Cause remember you remember the interview with Marshawn Lynch? He said he wasn't cool with him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
wasn't his boy. Like, what I mean? He didn't talk. He called his he called him from a block number. That's like me and you doing this podcast, and after we get off this joint, I contact you from a block number. Like,
Yeah. I don't
what?
want you to know who I am, where I am, or nothing. That's
So you
crazy.
can't call me back. Like, if you had a question, like, damn, man, Tone, damn, I forgot to ask him. Like, that's weird to me, man.
Yeah.
Especially, being on a team, a sports team. You got to be cool with everybody. You
Yo,
know what
he's the
I mean?
leader.
Right. Yeah, it's the
He's the
quarterback.
leader. Like the
Right.
quarterback is supposed to be the leader.
Right.
Or if he's not the leader, he's at least supposed to be trying to strive to be that.
And
He's
you
the
and you know and
quarterback.
you know what's crazy too, man, to even think about, what Marshawn Lynch came out and said about him. Just a lot of these sports teams, man, basketball, football, baseball, every sport, man, every sport known to man that's professional. These type of things go on, man, and we don't see it, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like a lot of behind the scenes, relationships that might not be what you think they are. Um, you just assume that they were cool. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Just because they
Mhm.
they they were a good team, they won a Super Bowl, they went to another, could should have had two. But it is crazy, man. The behind the scenes stuff is what you it's the stuff I like to hear now. Like even when I see podcasts of old, players that talk about, their careers or stories, funny things that happen amongst them, man. I love all that stuff, man. Because that comes with it's just like reality TV, man. To me, like everything on them shows is not reality. You know what I mean? Like, because
Right.
just imagine how you live your day. You know what I mean? If a camera followed you, would it show everything that you did?
Yeah, of course
You
not.
know what I mean?
Right.
It,
Right.
it, it has to make it look good. It has to make you look like you just so important and you just so on the go, so on the move. Like, so it's just like it's crazy, man. That's a crazy thing, man, that they might get rid of that ball or that they are, I guess.
Yeah. According to another report, it said that like Russell was already made aware of this move like weeks ago.
And I wonder where is it coming? Is it coming from his play or just a relationship? Because it has to be a relationship thing because
Mhm.
$85 million is a lot of money, man. You can't just, say, hey, Sean, you don't want to try to work through this? No, hell
Right.
no. Get him out of here. All right. Or Sean, is he a general manager or something over there? Like he got pulled to make this move? Like, or they
They,
just really on board with it?
they have. I mean, if we're going to see what happens for real, like to see if the reports is actually going to match the reality. That's a lot of times too. Is like somebody could be talking a whole lot of smack saying that this is exactly the case, and we'll know for sure that it is. And
Hmm.
until it happens, you go like, "Oh crap, that was real. That is
Then
what
we're
happened."
here what happened probably after the fact.
Right. But that's crazy. That's just the idea of not being able to finish that contract that you signed just 2 years ago. And you remember there was a point of the year when like the Broncos was doing well. Like they were winning some tight games. And there was like, wow, this is Russell Wilson we was looking for this whole entire year and a half that we had him here. And like we
Right.
actually saw some growth in that offense. I actually thought that there was actually a team to watch out for. And they had like a little downward slope, a downward slide, lost a number of games, and then this report comes out. It's crazy. It's crazy. Look, I thought when the Eagles let go of Carson Wentz, traded them over to the Colts, and I think there was like a lot of millions of dollars that had to be paid up as well that the Eagles had to cover. No, I thought those numbers was going to be crazy. 85 million, and nobody's going to trade for him. At the report like
No,
this,
that's why.
nobody's
Yeah,
going to
that's
trade for
why
him.
they. Yep, that's why they let him go. Cause but they ain't even try to get back some of the stuff they lost though, like in the trade. They just said, "We getting rid of you, man. It's over."
So hold on, is he cut now?
I don't know if he's cut down. Obviously, he's definitely benched. I seen that earlier.
Okay.
That they benched him for whoever what is it, boy? Jason Stidham or something? I don't know. I was about to say Jason Statham, but I think it's Jared Stidham. I forget his name.
I think that sounds right.
But yeah, they had already said that he was going to start the next game and that Russ would be the backup. Now, this report, I guess, is going to come at season's end, but I don't know, man.
If he's on the bench, he's done, man.
Yeah, he's done now. All right, he's done in Denver, but is that his career? You think?
Was that you that sent like, yo, I would send a 7th round pick for him?
Nah,
I don't know who sent that text message, but somebody sent a text message saying I would send like Seattle should send a 7th round draft pick to get him back.
7th round. Damn.
A 7th round. A 7th round.
Yeah, because my thing, I mean, Kenny, I don't know, man. It might be the end for him, though, man. I don't know. Because maybe I had to see him do it again. Maybe, you know what I mean, one more time. I can't say with who, but like, let's just say if he was to go to a team that Belichick goes to, if that team, needs a quarterback. But I don't think Belly gonna set himself up with a team that ain't got no already established quarterback.
Right. And will Belichick even have I guess the know-how to be able to coach a quarterback like Russell?
Damn, what if we did the unthinkable and got rid of McCarthy and tried to will Belly in? I mean, it's kind of hard to think about because I don't know if Jerry would be willing to give up any kind of type of. He know he's going to be getting all Belly be getting all the press instead of him, and he's press happy. Like he ain't let nobody take that shine. That's why he get these little rinky dink dumb coaches that don't have a backbone, and Mike McCarthy just be looking stupid with a clipboard in his hand. And anywho, yeah, Belly. I mean, I mean, that's what I would want. I mean, I'm wishful thinking, but I don't know. I'm really that's another thing too. I gotta think about. We gotta think about on the off season. Where is he gonna go next season?
Yeah, cause he's going somewhere.
Yeah, it ain't like I don't think he's gonna be one of them guys to take a year off and think about it. Be like Bill Cowher, then next thing you know, he never comes back. Right. Whatever happened to that, yo? Why didn't he ever come back to coach, yo? That's crazy. But you know what though? You know what? He was kind of maybe Bill Cowher was a little smart with it though. Not saying that he wasn't a great coach, but when you win a championship and you leave on that. They have there's nothing else that nobody can ever say about you as far as getting to that level because you did. it was the follow up that nobody has ever seen and won't ever see. You know what I mean? So you can't judge anything with him. But what he did, that mean scowl he would always have, the barking on the sideline.
Yeah, yeah.
That dude, he had a lot with him, man.
But yo, let's think about it. Like you said, he left on top. That now he's a Super Bowl winning coach. That's like, oh, these networks want to have you.
Is he still on CBS?
I think he is. Actually,
I don't know if I've seen him lately. Is he on there?
I don't know. People in the
Can't
comments
say I've
says he's
seen
gotten
Bill
added. I
Cowher
don't know.
face in a while. Cause don't they have they had a bull on there, the dude that's on the wide receiver dude.
Oh,
Who's on
Nate Burleson.
he's on there now, right?
Mm-hmm.
I definitely
Sim's still on there too, right?
Sims is on there, yes. And they got Jim Brown on over there now, right?
Yeah, but
He's the lead anchor the guy, right?
James Brown with that
Who,
Beijing.
Dan Marino not still with them, is he? Is Dan Marino still on that panel?
No.
No, right? Who else is on that panel, y'all?
Shit,
Damn, I'm drawing a blank.
I got the wrong phone with me to be finding out right now too. But yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I don't think Kyle's on there anymore. But God, he old, man. Like it's time for him to go ahead and sit back and retire anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But now here's my question. Now I remember since we talking about Belichick, if you remember when they did like the NFL greatest players of all time, and he was like kind of like the host of it.
Belly was he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
like so it was the host, and then it was his job to talk about the players that they was talking about in detail. And he broke down every single player and what made them great. And he was actually smiling. He was happy because he was talking about all these great players.
Mm-hmm.
I saw another side of him. I was like, oh, he actually probably have that other side to him when it comes to broadcasting, because the knowledge that he has about the game is crazy, and about the history of the game is crazy. So it's interesting. It's real interesting to see where he may actually go. I don't know. I don't know. He may coach some more. I'm pretty sure like Fox and them is calling him as well. I mean, it'll be actually funny to have to have Tom be on one side and have Belichick on the whole other side, another network. One versus the other one. That'd be interesting.
Belly, man, I don't obviously I think he does what he does, or he act like he act for the media. Cause sometimes the media could be, stupid and dumb, and he just be like, look, I'm gonna be just straightforward, plain Jane with you, man. We gonna get right back to the wham bam. I'm not giving you anything what you're looking for. Stop asking me that. You know what I'm saying? Like
on the Cincinnati.
He plays on that. Yeah, of course, dude is a wealth of knowledge, man. As far as the game goes. And it's crazy. I don't know. I ain't gonna say I don't know why we talking about him. I'll say I know why, but it's crazy that we're talking about him, because I actually just seen this type of it was, I don't know if it was I don't want to say if it was like ESPN Films or anything like that, but I just know I seen this little passage on him and another coach, and they were talking about the ball. What was that cornerback? Well, Malcolm. What's his name? Malcolm Brown. What was his last name?
Malcolm Butler.
Malcolm Butler. There you go. Who got the interception in the Super Bowl?
Mm-hmm.
So the defensive coordinator for them that year watched tape on Seattle, right? And this that's why coaching is so great, man. I think in all the sports, man, when they really sit down, they do their homework. So he watched a lot of their games from when they were like inside the 3-yard line, plays that they did inside the 3-yard line, and it was like just a numerous amount of plays where they came off where the quick screen, the inside slant was open. And he was like, them 2 weeks of us prepping for the Super Bowl, he was just like, he was dialing up all these plays that he thought Seattle would run if they were in that type of scheme, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they run the play, and they run that slant play, because that's what he said he thought they would run, right? And at practice, Malcolm Butler was going like he all right. Damn, I don't know if I be explaining it right the way he was. But instead of him going underneath of the screen, he was going over top of it. So he was kind of getting behind the receiver, and the receiver was open. So he says that the ball told him like, nah, play it this way because he's going to throw the football. And sure enough, yo, obviously we seen it happen.
Yeah.
And so they were saying instead of that kind of being like a play that Malcolm Butler made, it was an instinct because he
Mm.
knew
It was
what
coming.
was coming.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, that's to me, like when he broke that down, man, and the way that coach was just like thinking of plays that they would go for, and sure enough, man, sure enough.
Like you said, that's the importance of coaching. That I mean, the players got to get themselves right and ready. The coaches ain't doing that. Your job is to go ahead and do your studying. That's the reason why
Mhm.
these certain quarterbacks or these certain teams, like when you see multiple years of success, it's because these teams are really good. Because guarantee your game is being dissected by these experts. These aren't just coaches; these are experts, man, and they
Mhm.
being dissected. What can we do to stop you? Like we like everybody else see what you're doing. What can we do to stop you? That's why it's so like right now it's so important. Like who's going to be the first coach to actually have a plan to stop the tush push? Because everybody right now is trying to focus on stopping that play. You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
Right,
So it's
right.
like all these experts is like, all right, like what we going to do? But they're like that with everything. You know, so when you see these multiple teams actually performing and doing well, it's because the fact these coaches are doing their job. And as look, it's like they're doing their job. They're changing up here. Defense is doing this here. I got this here. They keep on going. But there's a perfect segue because right now in the NFL is kind of weird, man. So if we was to ask each other who's the number one team in the NFL 2 weeks ago, we all would have said the 49ers. 3 weeks ago, might have said the Eagles. Last week, we would have said the 49ers still. This week, who's the number one NFL team?
Yo, and what's so crazy, man, this year, it's just been that kind of year, I think. Whereas though obviously there's a lot of teams that are good, you know what I mean, that are good and could make some noise, you know what I mean, if they go to the playoffs or when they end the playoffs, I should say. Um, but there's not that number one dominant, consistent. I mean, all the teams that are 12-3, yeah, of course they've been consistent,
Mm-hmm.
but but the buzz may have not have been there, you know what I'm saying, all year. But looking at them, yeah, they talked about them. They talked about the Ravens, this year. Um, you know what I mean, as being one of them teams. But it wasn't because they matched up with the 49ers, and at the time 49ers was, hot on a roll, you
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean, spanking everybody ass, and then obviously they go inside their backyard, you know what I mean, and told them and made them go get some juice out the fridge. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? And they took care of business. So now they're the team, you know, that they're the beat. So that's why I'm really not like. That's why my name right now tonight is I still are our chances, man, because like it's any given Sunday. We all know that and we all see that.
mm-hmm.
Uh like I said, man, look, Baltimore play Miami this Sunday. If Miami beat them, they're gonna say Miami's the best team. Next week they're gonna say Miami's the best team.
Yep,
You know what I mean? So and then obviously that'll be back to back weeks for them to finally be the team with a winning record. So are they really the best team? Would they really be the best team? Like so, I don't know, man. The NFL they just trying to go with whoever's beating the best out of the best. You know what I'm saying? Right now to give a number one ranking. But it ain't gonna be until the playoffs, man. We know who that team is gonna be, man. So
exactly.
we having fun. It's great. It's great football as a fan. I'm not, you know what I mean. I'm not sitting here knocking it, um, but it's gonna come down once we in the trenches in the playoffs.
this whole entire year has been really weird, man. I mean, I didn't expect any of this stuff to happen the way it have when it comes to all the injuries, when it comes to players that we just don't know. That's like stepping up like crazy. Now that's a good thing because it shows that the league is growing. These new superstars are showing up. These new young boys are stepping into the scene. They step into their roles, and the game just flows and just continues, and it's going to continue to be that. But with that, there's no consistency. You know what I mean? It's like when you have a team like the Eagles, my boys, team like the Eagles, they're still saying after the game, like, we're still trying to find our identity. They're not actually saying that, but that's basically what they're saying. Like, what is our identity? What is our winning formula? We're playing bad right now. We need to try to fix it. You're all the way in like going into week 16, and you still don't know exactly what your winning formula is, or you have not played that perfect game yet. It's tough, man. And we're not alone. I mean, Cowboys, for example, y'all up and down like crazy. Y'all go ahead and put up 50 points against somebody, and then next thing you know, putting up 14. You know what I mean? It's no consistency.
Yo, so I was watching this video on us, and dude just asked a question, was just like, he don't understand how, the level of intensity, for us goes sour on the road, at times, or lapses in the game. And he was like, a lot of that goes to, coaching and Mike McCarthy. Because he's clearly, somebody interrupting the show? Who that? Is that is that Mike McCarthy calling?
I think okay.
I hear y'all talk about me.
Oh God, here we go. Family. Okay, so first off, it's Matt and Nick.
They video. What are they doing?
They watching us.
What, they had a basement? What they had? They playing bingo. They had a retirement home. Where y'all at, man? Yeah, it's more like Nick Wright. Yo, I can't hear nothing he's saying though. I can't hear what he's saying.
Oh, he said,
what he call you for if he know we on the show? Yo, if he know we on the air.
After all this, bro, I should have put you on the joint.
Right. Why do you want to see? He wants you to send him the link?
Yeah. Oh God, look at this.
Oh, it's not there. Yo, they all hanging out, huh?
Like we're really in the middle. I told you to come on.
What'd he say? He would have came
said
on.
You're gonna need somebody. You should have called him up.
We should have called him up. He'd have been out drinking, having a good time. He wouldn't have been able to do that.
He says, "I'm him."
Oh, now he what's my man from the Lakers? Talking about who the white boy from the Lakers? He the white boy. He Austin Reeves now. I'm him. Okay.
Next Wednesday, is that what you're saying? Next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday, he want to be
all
on.
Right, look, nationwide, you hear, you see.
We're gonna have
this guy right here,
Nick Wright in the building. Nick Wright is gonna be there next week. Let's go.
We're gonna talk some hoops.
Yeah, it's gonna be a Sixers show next week.
Yeah, Sixers show next week. All right, we go. Some Nick. Oh, it's okay. You're gonna hear it all. You good? All right, yo, be easy.
Yo, they must be lit, yo. He called you. I'm gonna call them while they're doing the show.
While they doing the show, I'm like, what the? Sorry, guys. Those are co-workers, old co-workers, and friends that should be on the show, but act like they don't want to be on the show.
Well, he said next week, so
it's on. I'm gonna hold it. I'm gonna hold him to it too.
Yeah,
I'm gonna hold it to him. Yep. So anyway, what was you saying, Tom?
Um, man, what was I saying, man? He made me like Nick Wright made me lose my train of
I,
thought, man.
that's what Nick Wright does, man.
I was watching this video. Like I said, we lose you know what I mean? We just lose this consistency. So he was saying that like he don't think that we must don't use silent count a lot in practice.
Okay.
Because he was like, he said if you look at the game, the first drive, I mean, I don't know if you watched the game, but the
Mm-hmm.
first drive, we marched right down the field.
Yep.
Obviously, that the crowd's quiet at this point. It's not loud. Of course, yeah, we had a snafu. We fumble at the one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Boom. They come back. They get it. They go down. What do they score a touchdown? Do they score? Did they score a touchdown or did they score a field goal?
I think they scored a field goal.
No, actually, they don't score. They don't score at all. I don't think. Cause I think. Oh no. Well, we wound up
I think
timing
it's
up. Anywho,
I think it scored a
anywho.
field goal, and then y'all end up scoring the touchdown afterwards. Y'all took the
Right.
lead.
So then he says that second drive, the crowd's really not, going crazy. We come back down. He's targeting CD Lamb. CD take it to the house. Boom.
Mm-hmm.
After that drive, for one, CD Lamb wasn't targeted again until the fourth quarter. Until the last drive, or the last two drives in the fourth quarter, right?
Yeah, when you start cooking
Right.
again.
So he was like, once it got loud in there, he was like, you just got Dak not being able to call, to like call motions and have people shifting and to try to to help him read the defense. He was like, he is reading the defense once the ball is hyped. That's why he's like, if you see a lot of the times he's either taking sacks or he's just throwing the ball because there ain't nobody open because Dak, he like, damn, all right, shit, I don't know what the play is. Like, you know what I mean? He was like, if you was to run somebody in motion and put people in shifts, he was like, if you knew what the pressure was, Dak was pressured 42% at a time against Miami. That was the most since 2017 that anybody's pressured Dak, for one. So they was like that. They didn't adjust and try to see where the blitzes and the rushes and stuff was coming from. Because he was like, because in football terms, in essence, you throw a screen pass to the side that's bringing the pressure, you catch one and you try to take it to the house. He
Right.
was like, he did nothing for Dak. He was like, Dak, he's like, I honestly think he's shouldering all the load, you know what I mean? Like, and obviously taking it off of McCarthy because he ain't playing, you know what I mean? But
Mm-hmm.
he was like, he's like, they get still too much on defense because they don't work on silent count a lot in practice to be in a situation. He's like, you seen it in Buffalo. Then he was like, Dan Quinn, he's like, you gotta stop letting teams take Michael Parsons out the game. And he was like, and
Mm-hmm.
what that means is he was like, stop having him as a edge rusher on teams that like to run the ball. He's like, put him in that middle linebacker position. He's like, he was like, in essence, yes, he ain't chasing the quarterback to get a sack. He'd be now chasing the running back and taking him
Mm-hmm.
down maybe in the backfield or for a minimum gain. He was like, you gotta stop letting, and he showed him a couple times during the Miami game. He put him in the linebacker
Middle
joint,
linebacker. Yep.
and obviously they wasn't just coming right at him, taking him out to play because Mike could be giving up sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And he seen it. He scaled the play. He just ran right around the offensive lineman ball, made the tackle. Dude probably gained about 3 yards or so, but you know what I mean? Like he's still hawking the ball that way.
Yeah.
He's like make him earn that right to just always rush the quarterback. He's like, y'all just putting him out there because he's fast and he's getting past these offensive linemen. But in essence, they taking him out the game by just running to his side. He ain't rushing the quarterback. Then he in all the traffic. Like I said, he's just like, damn, I got like 3-4 guys on me.
Mm-hmm.
But in his defense, my man is definitely getting held, and they are not calling it, yo. I don't know if Michael slept with Goodell's daughter or something, man. I don't know if she gave him fellatio. I don't know what's going on, man. But my man ain't got a holding call in 30, like they said, 38 straight quarters. You mean to
Okay.
tell me in 9 games nobody held Michael Parsons? Are you kidding me? He put up on his IG page. It was at least 9 pictures of games this year where my man is like got a noose on in one of the joints, and they still ain't called. They still ain't called a holding. Like I don't know what they got against my man Micah, but he is not drawing any. And he still, and what's crazy is he still lead the league in pressures on a quarterback.
Yeah.
But being held, he said a referee told him that he wouldn't have made that play, so that's why he didn't call it. He was like, "What?" He said, "First off, I'm different." He was like, "You might have not made that play, but I would have." Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's like, "Don't tell me what I can do and what I can't do." I was like, "Damn, man, that's crazy, man." Like I said, I don't know what Micah did, man, but
He said maybe he slept with Goodell's daughter.
he did
He did
something. Yo, come on, man. Like, what they doing, man? He said, "No, don't call nothing for 11, nothing." Like, I don't
Now,
get it, man.
now
But
the one.
then they called that roughing the passer on him
Mhm.
in the game, man. Like, he was like they said the rule is like a 2 steps or a second and a half. You know what I mean? He was right there to adjust through the ball.
Mhm.
I'm like, what are we playing here? Put flags around their waist if they don't want to be hit, yo.
How
That's
about?
all. That's
Yep.
all.
Well, if anything, as an Eagles fan, we know much about that too, because there's a lot of games that I can always look back to. Heck, let's go next. Let's go last year, Washington. We got that call from Brandon Graham that touched the quarterback after he threw the ball. When we was trying to get the ball back so we can win it. The first game that we lost was against against
First,
Washington. Yeah, the very last thing that killed the game was that roughing the passer. And it was like he barely touched the man, and he acted flopped on the ground. You know what I mean? And there you go. We got the call, and that was the end of the game. But that's like I if you want to be fair, be fair. If you're going to do it, you know what I mean? If you're going to call that, be fair across the board. If it's holding, then it's a hold. There's no, now, granted, we know it's going to be hold almost every play because it's impossible. But some holds is just blatant, bro. I mean, once again, as an Eagles fan, I ain't going to talk about it from an Eagles fan point of view. That game when Quez was out and it was a straight PI. I don't care what nobody say. That was a pass interference. How do I know? Because we all saw the man's chest hairs because his daggone jersey was ripped all the way down to his daggone navel, but yet that wasn't a PI. It was a straight interception. I'm like, come on.
not the taco me. We ain't see the
Yeah.
taco me.
Like,
He said it's just hairs. No, speaking of that, no. Did you see the ball showed CeeDee Lamb whole ass? They bought his ass out. And they ain't called nothing.
just
He
be
literally,
fair,
my
man.
man cheeks was out, dog. I was like, what the fuck? And that wasn't a hole? like I don't know what's going on
Yeah,
anymore
man.
in the NFL, man. Like,
Like, once again, just be fair. Be
right,
fair. If you're
right.
going to call it, call it. Call it all the way around. Like, I
My
still,
thing is, I thought they supposed to be like looking at for contact and stuff like that. You mean to tell me you didn't see that? you didn't. What were you looking at?
I promise you, it feels like if it's against certain teams, yes, they're looking at it, but
Yeah,
then they don't look
but
at
they
it.
not. Yeah, they turn in. They got the Rachel. They like if you
Yeah, Rachel
really love me.
got the Stevie. I just
Yeah,
call.
yeah, right.
Like, no, call the call.
Yeah,
Oh, no, I just call nothing. No, call the
it's
call.
definitely bad this year, man. It's
Yeah,
definitely bad.
it's so much bad things going on right now. Like it's going to my Eagles right now. Like, we'll take that win. The win is a win, and there's a lot of people that's upset about how we won. And look, NFC East games is always going to be tough. I've never seen, well, except for the Eagles, how y'all blew out the Giants twice, but
I was about to say, wait a minute.
like twice. But usually the NFC East games are always tough. Always, because they know each other. And that was a little too tough. That was a little
But
too close.
and no, I'm not. obviously, he's just sitting up here and trying to, poke
You
and
are.
make fun. I'm really
You will.
not, because if you think about it, dog, and this is again another backup quarterback, and then an emergency backup quarterback came in the game, and it went to the last possession. That's what I'm saying. Like I said, I'm not. That's really something to look at, man. Like you
Mhm.
don't see that. You know what I mean? Back to back weeks per se too. You know what I mean? That happening. Like there's no way that, and especially in your house, in your crib. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
You're the superior team. You know what I mean? By far. You know what I mean? Coming in with a second and a third string, nah, you're not gonna be in this game, man. Or you shouldn't. You shouldn't be.
Right.
So
Yeah. Should be shut
it's
them down.
definitely, and like that's why I say I still like our chances, man. Because I still feel it not, and it's just not talking crap. I think we could beat the Eagles in Philly. You know what I mean? Regardless of where that game may be. Um, I'm not gonna say the 49ers got exposed, but what I'll say is, if you could find a way to make it disruptive for the ball Purdy, you got a good shot at beating them. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Because then their defense is going to be on the field, get winded, and then that's when you could strike, against them.
Mhm.
Um, and me personally, we'll see what's up with Detroit. Obviously Saturday night.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'll see how we fare against them.
Let's go Lions.
And what was that?
I said, let's go Lions.
Yeah, I thought your speakers was messed up. Anywho,
Okay.
so yeah, yeah, like, but yeah, so after our matchup with them, man, then obviously we have faced all of the top teams in the conference. We didn't play Tampa this year.
Right.
If and that's if they come out of the South. But and then who's that last wild card team right now? Is it
Let's
Green
find out.
Green Bay?
No, I think they ruined it by losing the other day. Let's find out.
Was it Seattle? No, Seattle. Seattle. Is it
Yeah,
Seattle?
Seattle. Yeah, Seattle. Seattle's
Yeah,
in.
yeah. We faced everybody. Like I said,
Yeah, I only got
except
looked it up.
for
Seattle's in.
Seattle. What clinched the spot?
Yeah.
They clinched.
Yeah, I think they clinched the playoff spot. Yep.
Oh man, see, look, Darren would have been like, "See, told y'all, Super Bowl, told y'all."
Y'all want to see us again, Super Bowl.
He said, "My Super Bowl bound." I was like, "Wait, what?
Yeah.
What are, what are we playing, man? Like, what is he talking about?"
See, NFC playoff standings. Uh huh. No, not NFL.
It's like I'm not sitting here hating on Baltimore, but I hope Miami beat them. Only to see. I only really want to see who would they then say is the team to beat. They would be so on Miami top, yo. Then you know what? Tyreek Hill will be the MVP candidate. Um, if they win that game. Because they talking about that was the game on Christmas. That was the MVP game, as far as Brock Purdy and Lamar Jackson. I'm like,
Yep.
I said, listen, man. And I'm not defending Brock Purdy or anything like that, but people have bad games, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? People have bad games. It sucks that happened to be his bad game because it was nationally televised. It was on a national holiday. I mean, the stage couldn't be any bigger, but
Yeah.
people have bad games, man. So
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't go all crazy. I wouldn't say that should really be the MVP game. You know what I'm saying? Because that's discrediting everything else he's done this season.
All right, so I got to answer that question, right? So the teams that clinched officially, uh, it's the Eagles, the Cowboys, the 49ers, and the Lions, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
The ones that's still in the hunt right now, you got 2 8-7 teams right now, which is the Rams and Seattle.
Okay, but one of them, but the one team that's got to get in or that's going to get in
It's going to be the
is
Bucks.
one of them South NFC South teams, right?
Yep.
And that's
Well,
between who is that between so far?
it's going to be the Bucks, the Falcons.
The Bucks, are they the same record right now?
So the Bucks is 8-7, the Falcons is 7-8.
And they play each other, I think, too. I think right before the season's end. One of these last 2 games, I think they play each other.
I'm finding out right now.
Actually, they might be. Hold on, you said Rams and Seattle both 8-7, and they both in the division. So one of them not gonna make it.
So right now the Bucks play the Saints this week, and then they play the Panthers the week after.
Oh, so they got 2. They got Panthers, and who you said they got? The Saints.
The Saints this week.
Oh, and damn. So and what's New Orleans record?
7-8.
So do they still have a shot too?
According to this, they may. Let's say
what the fuck is going on?
Yo, let's just say the Saints win.
And then who does Atlanta play? And who does Atlanta play this week?
Hold on, I'm gonna go ahead and finish this off here. So they play the Saints, and then they play the Falcons. Last game, the Saints play the Falcons last game.
But who do Falcons play this week?
Find out right now. Falcons. They play the Bears.
So if the Falcons and New Orleans both win, they'll be playing for the division, right? Because New Orleans play Tampa Bay, right? Well, who does Tampa Bay play next week?
I'm on it.
Because I don't know if because what if they was to still win, even if they were to lose to New Orleans? But then if they would still win, I think they'd be the same record.
So they play the Saints. The Bucks play the Saints officially this week.
Right.
If the Saints happen to win, they'll be the same record as the Bucks.
As Tampa, okay.
Right. If Atlanta happen to win, they'll all be they all have the same record.
They'll all be what, 8-8?
They'll all
all be 8-8 going
all
into the
three
last
of them be
game.
8-8 going to the last game.
And obviously, you said New Orleans and
the Falcons play each other.
Atlanta play each other, but who does Tampa play?
The Panthers.
Damn, yo, you know what would be crazy? I hope this happens, y'all. I hope it happens. Because you know what would be crazy? New Orleans and Atlanta is gonna be playing their heart out, right?
Yep.
to only probably get stabbed in the back if Tampa was to win, yo. Yo, and they would probably make them play at 1:00 and make Tampa play at 4.
Yo, how about this? The time that they pay the Panthers to be determined.
Right.
It's a flex game.
Right. Because they know, depending on this week's outcomes, it's gonna be it'll be man. Look at the scenario we just put out there. Like, I want to watch them games. I don't even know who we play that week. I want to see that game.
I want to see what happens.
Right? You know what I mean? So yeah, and that's why they know what they doing.
Yep, because the Falcons Saints game is also to be determined.
Because they look, they waiting for this weekend to be over. Because if Tampa wins, and let's just say like Atlanta loses, obviously then they out. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like next week is just Tampa might still have to, maybe, I don't know. They might not even have to win.
Yo, come on. I'm rooting for the Saints just so we can have that scenario.
Right.
Come on, Saints, this week against the Bucks.
Right.
Let that happen.
David Carr, man, go watch some Tom Brady tape. I don't know what you need to do,
Yeah,
Go, yeah, man, go get a skin graft. Go get your face put on his face. Have a face off,
yeah,
and so let Tom Brady play for you, man.
yeah.
Because
Well, they around the same. He around the same height as Drew Brees. Drew Brees stepped
well,
out
that
and
ain't gonna
retired.
work. Yeah, he need Drew there, but Drew can't throw. Drew can't throw. He gonna be handing the ball. He gonna be doing check down Charlies all day, man.
Hey, better than Mr. Carr. But I want to see that. Let that happen. Let the Saints win it. Go ahead and beat the Bucks, so we can have that scenario. That will be it. That will be
And
probably
having Miami beat Baltimore
yes.
because their last game of the year for both of them teams will be huge because both of them will have to win still clearly. You know what I mean? Because they'll be the same record. Yeah, Miami will own a tiebreaker, but they will still have to win in case, and obviously in Baltimore wins. I don't know who they match up with next week either, but for the last week of football to be dope, yo. All
Like
right,
almost everybody got to
all right,
win.
all
Everybody got
right,
to win.
and obviously, yes, this is the Cowboys talking. If y'all were to lose and the Niners was to lose and we was to win, going into this last week of the season would be bananas, yo.
Yes,
It would be bananas all across the league, yo. If they could write that script, if it was a script to be written,
that's it.
that would be a cool one to end the season with. You know what I mean? Like
Let's see who's going to end the whole year with the number one overall seed
with
available.
everybody being like tied and with records. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like everybody still got to play. This is what you got. You added the 17 game for. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Because you wanted football late, and then you want all the star people. You want to stop having people sit out. You know what I mean? The last game.
Yep.
Yeah,
Making it important.
yeah. Make them play.
Mm-hmm.
Make them play, man. And
There's
that
no
would be
sitting
dope. But
out.
obviously, you got to win and lose, obviously, for all that to happen. But that would be dope, yo. That would be a crazy last week of the season if all that happened, yo.
We I would love to see it. Like really make that last game really matter. All those last games matter. Yeah, that's what we wanted. That's what we wanted this whole time. Say, look, we talked enough about NFL. God, yo, Tone,
Damn,
look at
enough.
us, man.
Yeah,
We've been on
right.
this here for an hour. Look at us, bro.
We talking about we gonna get out of here early, man. We gonna be in and out like a robbery, man. Like no
Like yeah,
sir.
like real quick, holiday week, it's all
Right.
good. We make it real short. They ain't an hour later, like oh
Yeah. Oh, we ain't even talk about. You know what I mean? Like, oh
yeah,
man.
yeah. It's like we still had something else on top. You know what? I let you touch on it real quick.
Whoa.
Touch on this conversation.
You didn't say that, man. You just said touch on it.
Okay,
Thank
fine.
you. Thank you.
Okay, fine, fine. Anyway, let's.
Yes.
I'll let
Yes.
you go ahead and talk your piece about your boys right now because even without Embiid, they went ahead and pulled off the game tonight against the Magic, which is not a slouch team. I don't care what nobody say. Those young boys
They
are
on the up
running.
and up. Yeah, they
Yeah,
on the up
man.
and up, man. They got
Those
some
young boys are
hoopers.
running.
They got some hoopers. And I'm gonna say, I don't believe I seen Cole Anthony tonight for them.
Okay.
So they were down, one of their young guns too. But obviously we was down our star player.
Mhm.
But yeah, man, Orlando, you know what I mean, nothing to be playing with right now, man. Like you said, they young, they up and coming, they running. Good victory tonight on the road. But we dubbed them too. You know what I mean? We dubbed them. Maxie, man, obviously we didn't have this podcast up and running when the James Harden thing became a thing. Um or just that hoopla about who we can get here. When before that obviously the thing happened in Milwaukee, his name was floating around and I'm one of the ones I will say, man, that I was on the train of like, letting Maxi go to get Dame Lillard,
Yes, she was.
thinking of a win now, type of deal. Um Clearly I work at Lowe's for a reason and I'm not an NBA scout, you know what I'm saying? So They said, "Yeah, Tone, you go over there in Florida and get them towels for me." But no, they knew what that young boy possessed, man, and what he had, and they see his work ethic every day. You know what I mean? They keep saying how much of a pro that dude is, man. How much of like a grown man he is, as far as even though being so young, man. Um, he comes willing to learn, man. He's a true professional, pretty much. Um, and that's hard to get rid of. And this dude, you can see the growth, man. The growth every season from this dude. Um, he really works on his craft. He works on what it is that he think he needs to be better at to help this team out. Um, I just love that conversation that interview I seen with him, man, when he was just so bounced around so much as far as his role on his team.
Yeah.
He didn't know because Ben Simmons was on the team when he first came. Ben Simmons always had to have the ball, so he had to work off the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And then then the Ben Simmons thing happened. He like, oh, I'm gonna be on the ball now because you know what I mean. They getting rid of Ben, they putting the ball in my hands. Then he's like, oh, James Harden's coming here. They took the ball out of my hand again. So now I gotta like I said, that's why I say true professional, man, because that could have broke that would have broke a lot of players, man.
Yeah.
Maybe broke them ways though, like, man, this organization don't want me. They don't even know where they want me at, man. I'm out of here first chance I get. But he was like, look, man, he said, I'll come out here and try to be the best Tyrese Maxey that I can be, however I could be. You know what I mean? Like, so he said, whatever that role is that this team needs me to do, I'm gonna do it. And like I said, man, you see the growth, man, and you see the young boy, he ready, man. He's definitely an all-star this season, man. Hope he don't get slighted. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They try to put like Drew Holiday or somebody in there, or Dame. They're gonna put. I think he will get slighted because it'll be
Mhm.
a name thing. You know what I mean? More than it be a play thing, man. I believe that because look at how many times a lot of snubs has happened to the best of them. You know what I mean? So I would be highly upset. No, that wouldn't make or break his season, obviously,
Yeah.
but young boy, he there, man. He right. Now, what I will say though is I'm not saying that I'm like, yo, let's go out and get a Zach Levine or let's go out and get a DeMar DeRozan. No, I'm not really right. I'm not there. What I will say is I think we need a sniper. I think we need a bona fide sniper. And there is one sitting in Detroit.
Oh.
Bag Donovan. Get him. That team is like 3-99. Get him off of that team. Please, I don't package up something. Just get that sniper here. And this team, man, I like what Nick Nurse is doing with him, man.
Yeah.
Embiid, I don't know if it's just this year or maybe it's coming from last year or just the past 2 years where he's just really like, yo, I'm a dominant player and no one in this league can stop me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because, yo, sometimes in games this season, the game will start, go downstairs, make some popcorn, come back in the game. He got 35. I'm like, yo, what? Like, yo, this dude scores at will. Now, what I need for it to happen at is in the postseason, man.
Yes, sir.
That's really all I'm really waiting for. Um, is to see if this play elevates or decreases in the playoffs, man. Cause you know what I mean, history with that dude, his numbers go down in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
So he has to erase that this year for this team to be successful.
And no more stupid plays. No more like like I'm 7 foot and I'm dribbling like crazy at the 3-point line and come on and be like, come on, you know who you are. You know, most dominant player that we've seen in Philadelphia history in a long time. Get down there but now you have a cat. Yo, I love this team right now. They're scrappy. Like this team is a scrappy squad. Like they're not going to roll over or get pushed around by anybody. They're going to get right in your face. They're going to challenge every single play, and they're going to go after you. That's why
Mm-hmm.
I love this team so far, man. And it's like it's well balanced. That's why I kind of don't want that big name. No, I don't want the Levine, the guy come in. You don't want that so far cancer that what we're hearing over in Chicago, that cancer happening over there. Well, I don't want that over here. I don't want you cutting out that cancer there so we can go ahead and have a cancer over here now. I don't want that. Don't want that at all. The player I want is marketing. I want marketing.
From Utah.
Yes, sir. He will be everything that we need according to what I think, and also you. Because you said you want a sniper? Yeah, he's a sniper.
Mm-hmm.
He plays the 4 so he can stretch the court. You can have him and Embiid out there. Yo, he's the one that I won in the Sixers uniform.
Yeah, didn't he win Most Improved last year?
Yeah, I know he'll be the most improved player on our team.
He went from like his averages was crazy last year. I think he averaged like 24. Like he was balling last year.
Yeah,
he put up some numbers,
and that's after everybody left.
Right.
You know what I mean? No Gobert, no Donovan, and he's like, all right, well, the offense is on me. Here we go.
Yeah. And they asked him because he worked on this game. They asked him, he was like, "Yo, where did this come from?" You know what I mean? Like, you just this offensive juggernaut now. Like, it's more just putting up numbers. He got a nice little game to him.
Yeah, inside and out.
Yeah, he worked on it, man. That's hard work.
Yeah, exactly. And he'll be that 4 that we need, man. And I don't think a player like him is going to mess up the chemistry of what they already have.
Now, the only thing that would scare me in any kind of deal is who do we let go? Because dog, everybody who I think we got from the Harden trade is contributing.
Everybody,
like they playing a decent role. Like Batum, like Marcus Morris. I'm like, that's why it's like I'm kind of like, I don't know if we really should break anything up. You know what I mean? The only person, and sorry, sorry, but the only person that I wouldn't hesitate to give up would be Tobias Harris, and that's only because he's just not consistent, man.
Yep.
Like I'm not sure. Like I said, I missed the game on Christmas. And I would just have to believe, I would just have to think that you told me Maxey couldn't throw a rock in the ocean.
Correct.
So who led the team in scoring?
Tobias.
Did he?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm about to say, because that's what I be needing from him when Embiid don't play. Mm-hmm. Like that right off the bat should be like, yo, that's like probably about 10 to 12 more shots for me tonight. You know what I mean? Because Embiid's not there. He takes up all of that. I'm not sure. Like I said, I'm not sure what he did tonight, but
I got his stats right here. So on Christmas Day or Christmas night, it was Tobias and Oubre that was bringing the offense for the team. Like those two was just felt like it was like unstoppable. Tonight, on the other hand, like Oubre didn't have a good game. He only had 4 points. At least going by what I see here. He only had 4 points. But Tobias, 22. You have Reed. I'm sure he started with 15. Milton with 22. And Maxey, 23. That's your starters.
So that was a collective. That was collective from everybody put the work in tonight.
Yo, Marcus Morris, 14.
And they played defense tonight, too.
Shut them down. Yo, even Patrick Beverly, like, where have you been?
Yo,
when it comes to you being a Sixer, you should have been a Sixer, man.
You know what?
He fits here so perfect.
You know what, yo? It's crazy, man. This is just players. I would say that those don't play for your team. You obviously you don't get invested in them. Obviously, you know what I mean, because you don't see them every day, or you know what I mean. So it's just like when I used to see him, I used to just get mad. I used to be like, yo, why this dude act like this, man? You ain't even that good. You know what I mean? You just be running around the court, just talking all this stuff, man. But now that he's here, and I see what it is and what it does, man. Like he's the ultimate teammate, man.
Yeah,
Like you
man.
know what I mean.
Yeah.
And I think and you know I watch his podcast. I think he knows how to grab players. You know, and Paul I ain't talking about like that, but you know he he mentioned the first practice with the Sixers, their first practice. He said after practice, he asked or he just told the team like he's running 17s. And I guess what 17s is you just run not baseline from sideline to sideline.
Mm-hmm.
You run 17 times. Sprint. Boom. 1, 2, 3. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And he's like just for extra conditioning. So he like I'm running it. And I think obviously he said like Maxie does it with him and a couple other guys, but he was like this particular practice, he like big come through the 17. So he like he like be like, come on, Patrick, come on, Patrick. No, 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 I'm not doing the 17, Patrick. He's like, come on, big fella. Come on, man. You want to be back to back MVP? You want to lead the league in scoring again, man? Come on. So he's like, all right, Patrick, all right, all right. So he like get up there. He do the 17 with me. Boom. And he was just like, that's what I'm talking about, man. Like, he was like, and that's just what I'm here to do, man. You know, build up, you know, the team, you know what I mean, all that. Like we a team, man. So we got to be, you know, connected. So he like the next day of practice, you know, we finished practice. I get online, he's like, yo, come on, man, 17s again. He said, oh, no, no, hell no, not the dead Patrick, not the dead. He was like, all right, big fella, all right, you got that one, big fella. I was like, yo, but like that's decent, man. I think Pat Bev is a decent teammate, man.
Like we should have been had that dude, man.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
now seeing him, and he's like you said, like from the outside in, he's that annoying such and such. That's like yo, what? Like he shouldn't be in the league. He sucked. Blah blah blah. You know what I mean? Like he's. But you see his value here. It's like you have to see it in person in order for you to see it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And
Oh, you just
I
gotta see
get
it
it.
consistently, yo. You gotta see it consistently every day. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like his if his job was to, you know, irritate players on the court, I'm sure he does that because he irritated me and I wasn't even on the court. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? I would just get irritated seeing this dude flying all around, yelling at people, running up to the refs, thinking I'm like, oh my God. But yo, so I remember the story with or the little situation between Brian and Udoka, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
When Udoka called him a bitch
Yeah. Yeah.
and LeBron was like, don't use that loosely, whatever, this and that. Da, da, da. So Pat Bev tells a story on his podcast about that. And he like, yeah, man, he was like, that bitch word is something strong. You know what I mean? And he was like, and I'll tell you that firsthand. And he was like, man, he was like, he's like, I consider myself, you know, a guy that knows how to fight. You know what I mean? He was like, cause I was junior Olympic champ. You know what I mean? He
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
like, I trained.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he was like, I got real dukes. You know what I mean? So he like, you know, I don't back down from a fight. So he like, yeah, I'm a young boy. I'm playing at this court on the east side, Chicago, and he like, you know, we running these dudes. And he like, I hit a couple shots on this one guy, and he was like, I was like, yeah, bitch. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, take that, bitch. Something like that. He said the dude was like, yo, bro, don't call me that shit again. So he was just like, he looked at me like he's like, mind you, like I told you, I could fight. Like, so I ain't care that he said that. Like, cause if we fought, you know what I mean? He was like, you know what I mean? That just would have been what it was. So he was like, we wound up winning. And he was just like, you know, I don't know if he hit the game winning shot or whatever, but he's like, once the game winning shot was hit, he's like, I was like, yeah, get the fuck out the court, bitch. Told you, bitch. You know what I mean? Fuck out of here, bitch. And he was like, he turned around and go like celebrate with his teammates. Boy snuffed him. He was like, knock me out. He was like, knock me clean out. And he was just like, he's like, and I just pretty much told that story to let you know that, yeah, man, saying that bitch shit will get hands put on you.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And like I said, man, I fucks with Pat Bev, man, because a lot of people wouldn't have told that story. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Like they or if they did, they would have been on the other end of it. You know what I mean? They would have
Yeah.
been the
Like, yo,
ones that
I
the
handle
boy.
myself. I handle
Right,
mine.
right. So I was just like, so he was just like, yeah, he's like, if you doke it, he's like, you don't say that. You know what I mean? You just don't say that. And I remember Kenya Martin. I was with the Guild Arena. They talked about that. And Kenya Martin was just like, man, one thing that you never ever better not say to me is suck my dick. He was like, he said, don't you ever invite me to your private area, yo. He was just like, nah, we're not doing that. He said, that's an instant rubble off the rip. You know that boy, he tried to fight Mark Cuban?
Yes. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yeah. Yeah.
Kenya Martin a wild
Hey,
boy,
Mark.
man.
Yeah, he is.
Kenya
And
Martin is a wild boy. Yo,
that,
you know who else is funny too, yo? That I don't know if you get to listen to any of his podcasts, but Jeff Teague.
yo, he's crazy.
Yo, yo. Like I said, man, I love listening to these stories, man. I wouldn't ever think Jeff Teague would have stories. Like,
Yeah.
I would never think a player like that would have stories, yo. And his
It's fun.
stories be funny too. Like,
Yo, I never thought that he thought that he was just that man. Like he was just that boy.
well, oh, you didn't think that he thought that?
Right. Oh,
I
every
mean,
time you see him, you always seems
Jeff
humble.
Teague, Jeff Teague was, boy. I mean, yeah, he ain't really. He ain't really, beat his chest
Right.
all crazy like that. But I mean, he was the deal as far as like, his high school career, his college
Right.
career.
College.
You know what
Right.
I mean? Yeah, he was definitely a problem. Yeah, I remember he told. Do you see the story he told Josh Smith wanting him to dunk, like just wanting him to start dunking more?
No.
Um, and he like I'm going to the hole, and he's like I'm laying it up. He said Josh Smith was like, yo man, turn that shit over, man. You know what I mean? Dunk that shit, bud. Come on, man, what you doing? He was like, man, I was, waving him off, man. And then he was like, another junk come down. He like, come down, lay it up. He was like, yo, man. He said the next time he was like, yo, I was like, yo, man, if you don't fucking dunk that shit, man, I'm fuck you up, man. He's like, yo, man, start dunking that shit. So he was like, all right, I'm coming down. He was just like, I had a lane, and he was just like, I'm like, okay. And he was like, I went up, and this Ray Allen was in Boston.
Mm.
He was like, he dunked on it. He's like, I dunked on Ray Allen, like, boom. And he's like, I gave a little yell, like, ah. He's like, as soon as I turned around, the first motherfucker that was behind me was Josh Smith. Like, yeah, that's what the fuck I'm talking about, man. That's what the fuck I'm talking about. He's like, slapped in the back of his head and shit. I was like, yo, man. But the way he just told the story, yo, it was saying like, yo, that dude is hilarious, man. Jeff Teague is a one funny dude, man.
All right, bro. We've been at it for an hour and 24 minutes.
Hey, man, we held it down, man. We
Held
spoke
down.
we spoke for Kev and Joel, man. We spoke for both of them.
Look, everybody that's watched this as we was going and it's going to watch it later on. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. We really appreciate y'all so much. Look, I hope your Christmas was amazing. And I hope that your New Year's is even better. I'm going to claim right now that 2024 is going to be better in my life. I'm claiming it now. I'm claiming it for all of my crew. I'm going to claim it for all y'all as well. So let this New Year's be festive, safe, and just joyous, man. We made it through 23. A lot of people didn't make it out of this, man. A lot of people didn't make it out of 23, but you guys did. So, no, just grateful for y'all guys. Tone, any last words before we let it go?
Yeah, man. It's like you said, man. Just a piggyback, man. Just, hopefully everybody had a safe and happy holiday. Like he said, man, going to next year with big aspirations, bigger dreams, bigger goals, reach them, attain them. Don't stop, man. Keep pushing. Whatever it is that you're going through, it shall pass, man. It get worse before it get better, so don't ever give up.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man. Like you said, man, just wishing all y'all a happy New Year. And again, like I say, every show since I've been on here, laugh the pain away. Comedy show that I have every third Friday of the month. Right now, man, if you go on the link in my bio on Instagram, which is tone underscore the underscore promoter underscore again, link in my bio, early bird special tickets is only $10. So you come down there, have some free wine, get some good laughs, hear some good poetry for $10 right now. $10. Sale is over on December 29th, which is Friday. So get that link, man. Hit that link. $10, man. Don't and the prices go up $5 every week. So, until the show starts. So you can be there for $10. Don't wait till the day of and it's 30, 35 at the door when you could have brought three of your friends with you. You know what I mean? For the price
For the price of one.
of my tickets this Friday. So once again, come out, support, free wine, laugh the pain away every third Friday of the month. Holla at me, y'all. Let's go.
Appreciate all y'all for tuning in. God bless you all. Happy New Year. Happy New Year's, man. Happy
Happy
New
New
Year.
Year.
Happy New Year's,
New
bro.
Year. Yes, sir.
Yo, until next time, GNT, we out. Be easy.